Quite simply, AMCO systems are the best on the market. Live Talk really is the best security system on the market. Why is it the best on the market? Well, Live Talk fundamentally minimizes loss. It scares off burglars when it's activated. Within seconds, we're listening into a property, talking into the property when the alarm is activated, and scaring off the burglar, therefore minimizing loss. I myself actually had my house broken into in Brixton, London, a few years ago, and I can vouch for the fact that it is super effective. We got broken into at about 2 o'clock in the morning. Within seconds, our guys were listening, talking into the property, and they immediately scared off the burglar. And brilliantly for us, within minutes, we had the police around to our property. I was super reassured. From a practical perspective, Live Talk works by once the alarm is activated, the system dials out to our monitoring station, and then our monitoring team are actively listening and talking into your property. We listen in first, and then we'll say something like, "You're under surveillance, identify yourself." We then ask for a password. If the individual gives the password, then that's fine. If the individual doesn't give the password, we then escalate the situation, calling key holders and calling emergency services if deemed necessary. That's fundamentally the basics of what happens. From like a reaction perspective, Live Talk works by scaring burglars off if there's an intruder on site. The system is very loud, the speaker is very loud, and so actively scares off burglars. If it's not a burglary, if it's something else, if it's a medical emergency or if it's a fire emergency, we can verify audibly what the situation is in the property, and then we can call the emergency services from there if required. Live Talk's more than just a burglar alarm because we can monitor for not just intruder situations, but also things like medical, panic situations, and also fire. We've saved multiple lives across the country due to medical situations. So people pressing their either mobile panic button or fixed panic button when they've had a medical situation. And the same for fire. We've saved multiple different properties in fire situations by calling the fire brigade when we've verified what's going on in the property. So when you buy AMCO's Live Talk system, it's not just for burglary. We don't just protect you for burglary, but we can protect you for lots of other scenarios too. So we get asked the question a lot as to why pick AMCO over ADT or Verisure. And I'd say that there's probably three main reasons why people go for AMCO over those two competitors or any competitor. It's product, service, price. Our product is the best on the market. The equipment is a level above a lot of our competitors. Live Talk in particular is a really effective system. On a service perspective, we are a family-owned company, and so you'll get family-based service. We're not a multi-billion-dollar company like our competitors. We're well-established. We're relatively small. We have tens of thousands of systems rather than millions of systems, meaning that when you phone us up, you won't get stuck in a 30-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute telephone queue. You'll get through to someone and you'll get an answer if you have a problem or a question. And then finally on price, we have good, fair, honest pricing. Like a lot of our competitors give stuff away for free or give really cheap installs, but then charge enormously expensive ongoing fees, 40, 50 pounds a month, monitoring fees. They lock you into really long contracts, like 3-year contracts, and make it very difficult for you to get out of those contracts. We have very straightforward, honest pricing. You have an install price, you have a relatively low ongoing monitoring cost. We don't fleece you for money unnecessarily. Like we have good, honest pricing. Price is obviously a factor when you're buying anything, including a burglar alarm system. We at AMCO think we price our systems pretty fairly. We break our costs into two pots, the install price and the ongoing monitoring and maintenance costs. Our install prices generally will tend to be probably a little bit higher than most of our competitors. However, you've got to understand what you're getting for that. Essentially, you're buying the equipment. The equipment we install is the best in the market, so it will tend to be a little bit higher. You're installing Texcom's premium equipment and also our live talk monitoring equipment, which again is the best in the market. Our monitoring fees, however, tend to be substantially lower than our competitors, which means over the long term, you'll be saving money. We also don't charge onerous extras, which a lot of our competitors do. So overall, over a period, you'll be paying a lot less with AMCO than a lot of our competitors.